Hey guys, Etherway here, and today I'm showing you guys how to complete the brand new Cultural Exchange Squad Builder Challenge the cheapest and easiest way. It's been a couple of months since EA last released an advanced SBC, and this one gives you some amazing rewards. You get a 50k pack, you get 4 other packs for each of the 4 individual SBCs, and also 5,000 coins, but that does come at a pretty high cost right now. It's been a couple of months since EA last released one of these advanced SBCs, and the rewards you get for them are always good. This one is no exception. You get a 50k pack for the whole SBC, as well as 4 individual packs for each of the 4 individual SBCs. You also get 5,000 coins, but that does come at quite a high price right now. Around 60,000 coins is what you can expect to pay for this. However, I expect it will drop down over the next couple of weeks. It will probably be about 40 to 50k in just a few days, so just wait. If you want to complete this a little bit cheaper, it will be a lot cheaper. Months since EA last released one of these advanced SBCs, and the rewards you get for them are always good. This one is no exception. You get a 50k pack for the whole SBC, as well as 4 individual packs for each of the 4 individual SBCs. You also get 5,000 coins, but that does come at quite a high price right now. Around 60,000 coins is what you can expect to pay for this. However, I expect it will drop down over the next couple of weeks. It will probably be about 40 to 50k in just a few days, so just wait. If you want to complete this a little bit cheaper, it will be a lot cheaper in a week or two's time. But before getting on into it, if you guys are new around here, don't forget to subscribe, and also if you could leave a like, that would be much appreciated. But without further ado, let's go on into it. So we've got 4 different SBCs. We start off with France to Spain. So for this one, you need at least 2 players who are French and play in La Liga. You also need exactly 2 leagues in your squad, a maximum of 6 players from the same league, a maximum of 4 from the same nation, 79 overall rating, and 100 chemistry. So what I'd recommend doing is building either your attack or your defense from La Liga, and then you want to build, if you've gone, for example, in my case with a La Liga attack, go with the defense from a completely different league. I went with the Calcio 8, it's up to you. And obviously if you've gone with the La Liga defense, go with a different league up front. So you need 2 French players who play in La Liga. That's pretty simple. I've gone with Remy and Bovu. You've got so many different options. You've got people like Zuratouza and Gamero up front. You've got Nzonzi, you've got Ben Yedder in the defense. You've got people like Theo Hernandez and Lucas Hernandez. So many different options. So basically just go with 2 players who are going to get a link together. So either 2 attackers, so attacking midfielders, strikers, anything like that, or 2 defenders. So if you go, for example, with Theo Hernandez and Lucas Hernandez, a centre back and a left back, build a La Liga defense. If you've gone with attackers like I have, build a La Liga strike force. Then just make sure you get plenty of strong links, just so everyone is on full chemistry. As you can see right here, everyone is on 9 or 10 chem. And then build your defense or your attack, depending which way you've gone with La Liga, from a different league. So I went with the La Liga strike force. I've gone with the Calcio 8 defense, and obviously my sentiment as well here from the Serie A. Make sure you don't have more than 4 players from the same nation, as if not it won't work. So I've got 4 Italians and then just added some extra ones in here. I've gone with a couple of higher rated cards, the likes of Rajani, also Jorginho and Chesney, just because I've got some lower rated players here. You may have to do the same depending which French players from La Liga you have gone with, but it's pretty simple and it shouldn't cost you more than about 15k or so. If you want to copy me, feel free. These are the players I've used. Bear in mind, I've overpaid massively for pretty much all the players throughout this entire SBC, just because I haven't bought the cheapest ones on the market. I've just gone and quickly got the first card I could see to put into the SBC to get out for you guys fast. But here we go. These are all the players I'm using, and as you see, you're not really overpaying for too many of them. The French players may cost a fair amount. Luckily, I bought them pretty cheaply or packed them. But as you guys can see, that's pretty simple. We get a 15k pack and also 1,000 coins in return. Next up, we've got Germany against England. This one is pretty simple. Basically, you just need 1 player who's German and plays in the Premier League. You also need a minimum of 3 nationalities in your squad, a minimum of 4 players from the same nation, a maximum of 3 from the same league, 79 overall rating, and 100 chemistry. So what I'd recommend doing is getting a German defender or goalkeeper from the Premier League. So you've got Rudiger, Mustafi, you've got Mertesacker, the player I've gone with, you've got Karius. There are a few different options. Just get one of them and then build a defense with players from the same club. So I went with Mertesacker, so I went with a fellow Arsenal goalkeeper and centre back to get a strong link to him, with Holding and Ospina. If you've gone with Rudiger, go with someone like Caballero and maybe Christensen. Just get them all on full chemistry with strong links. And then just pretty much you want to build a Brazilian team or a one nation team. It doesn't have to be Brazil. I just went with Brazil because there's so many different Brazilian players in different leagues. So on the left, go with 3 players who all play for the same nation in the same league. So I went with Brazilian players who play in the Portuguese league. Doesn't have to be the same, but I would recommend doing this just because you've got so many different players from Brazil who play in different leagues, making it very simple. For all of these SBCs, you don't have to fully copy me and use the same players. It's just a rough guide. You can use different nations, different leagues, it's up to you, but this is just what I've gone with. And then you want to go with, if you can, a centre mid and a defensive midfielder who are Brazilian, or obviously for the same nation as your left mid, all these players down here, who are Brazilian and play for the same club, so they get a hyperlink together. That will get your defensive midfielder on full chemistry, as you guys can see right there. If not, he'll only be on like 7 chem, so make sure that they play for the same club and same nation. So I went with Giuliano and Sousa, as they both play for the same club. And then you want to go with the right back, who gets a strong link into your centre mid right here, but plays for a different nation, as you have a certain requirement in terms of players from the same nation. And then just go with a full strike force with any other Brazilian players from different leagues, just because you can't use more than 3 players from the same league. So I went with Malcolm from the Liga, and then Baptistão from the La Liga. So if you want to copy me, feel free. These are the players I've used. Again, bear in mind I've overpaid a lot for these guys. So we've got Ospina, Isla, Mertesacker, Chambers, Teles, Sousa, Giuliano, Paulinho, Malcolm, Baptistão, and Otavio finishing off the team. And we get a 25k pack in return. So not too bad at all. You get some really, really good packs from this SBC. Next up, we've got the French connection. And as you guys can see, I actually have to go and quickly buy a player here. That's going to be Jorginho, as I used him in one of those previous SBCs. But this one isn't too expensive. You're looking at around 15,000 coins as the price to complete it. And you actually get a 45k pack as a reward from this SBC. So a great reward, especially considering the price. And going over the requirements, you need at least 4 players from Ligue 1. None of them can be French. You also need a maximum of 4 players from the same league, a maximum of 2 from the same nation, at least an 80 overall rating with 95 chemistry. So what I'd recommend doing is using 4 Ligue 1 defenders in your defence, just like I've done here. So you can go with 2 centre backs and a right back and a goalkeeper, or 2 centre backs, a left back and a goalkeeper. And you want to use quite high rated players. Make sure none of them are French though. If you use the same cards to me, you should be good. You can go with a few different players though. For example, you could go with a different 82 rated keeper, or a similar rated keeper like Lopez, for example, or Enyema. You could go with someone like Marcelo in at centre back here. A different player is going to get a strong link in there. You could go with someone like Dani Alves at right back, but just use pretty similar players and you should get the full chemistry and rating you need. And then what you want to do is go with 2 different leagues. So you want to go with striker, centre mid and right mid, all getting links together there as one league, and then you want to go with strong links all on the left as well. But make sure you don't have more than 2 players playing for the same nation. So in this case here, I've got strong links with Italy links there, but then I can't use another Italian striker, so I've gone with a Napoli striker to get that strong link into Jorginho. And then on the left, I've just gone with a load of Benfica players, and I've just made sure that I don't use too many players from the same nation, but obviously they will get club links together. It can be a little bit confusing, but if you want to copy me, feel free, just use the same players as me. I've gone with Kevin Trapp, Meunier, Marquinhos, Jemerson, Elisu, Borini, Jorginho, Fejsa, Rafa, Milik and Jimenez finishing off the team. Again, I have overpaid for a lot of those players, but considering you get some really good rewards, I think it's worth it. And also it allows me to get the video out as early as possible for you guys. And we're going to finish off with Spain against Germany. I quickly need to buy 1 player to put in the team, as I already used them in one of the earlier SBCs, and that's going to be Wojciech Szczesny. We've got one for 2.8k, so we'll put him straight into the team. And this one was actually really hard for me to originally do. It took me ages to work out how to complete this SBC, and it actually gives you a 35k pack, so you get a great reward from it, but it can be a little bit confusing. But if you follow the same template as me or just copy me, you should be good. So what you need is at least 2 Spanish players from the Bundesliga. You've got a few options here. The main ones are Camacho, Bartra and Bernat. You also need to have exactly 4 leagues and exactly 4 nations in your squad, a maximum of 3 players from the same league, an 80 overall rating and 95 chemistry. So what I'd recommend doing is literally just copying my team. You can use a few different players, but on whole just use the same cards as me. So I've gone with Bernat and Bartra. You don't have many options with the Spanish La Liga players, so I'd recommend just going with those 2 as they're quite cheap. You then want to go with a defensive midfielder who's German and plays for Borussia Dortmund. So you've got a few different options: Castro, Weigl and Rode. I just went with Rode. Then you want to go with a German midfielder. I didn't want to go with the Premier League one as they were quite inflated because of one of the previous SBCs in this specific advanced SBC. I think it was the one that needed German Premier League players. So for that reason, I didn't go with someone like Gross or Emre Can. I went with Gase. There aren't too many other options. I think you could go with Khedira as well if you wanted. But for me, Gase is a good one to go with. He's going to get that link into road. You have to convert him up to a centre mid or attack midfield to get full chemistry in the squad. Then you want to go with a left mid who gets a strong link into that player. So I went with a fellow Sevilla left mid, and that's Nolito. And then I just went with Aduriz there, getting that strong link to Nolito. Make sure that you've got almost every player in the squad on full chemistry, as with these requirements it is pretty hard to do that, and you do need 95 chemistry overall. But I went with Aduriz in there. He's going to get the rating up, as you do need an 80 rating overall, and that also makes up having some lower rated cards here, as I then went with a Bundesliga 2 right mid. So I just wanted the silver card in here, and that's going to allow me to get full chemistry on all of these players over here. Then I went with the highest rated non-informed striker from the second Bundesliga, which is this guy here called Budabuz, and we managed to get him there for 400 coins, quite a cheap card. Then I went with the right back, also from the second Bundesliga, and then I went with Hervedes, another German player. I just used loads of Germans really to be able to complete this pretty cheaply. I used him down there, and then I also went with Szczesny in that goalkeeper position. There may be a few other ways to complete this. I'll leave a link down below to Futbin if you want to go and check some other ways of completing these SBCs. This is the way I use though, and if you do want to copy me, feel free, although I did again overpay for quite a few of these players. So I've gone with Szczesny, Trash, Hervedes, Bartra, Bernat, Rode, this guy here, I'm not even going to try and pronounce his name, Nolito, Gase, Budabuz, and Aduriz finishing off the team. So there you go, you can copy me if you want. We're going to submit this. That is going to give me a mega pack, and it's also going to complete the entire SBC. So we get some amazing rewards from this. We've got 45k pack, a 50k pack, 35k pack. So fingers crossed we can get something good in them. So we're going to start off with a 15k pack, and adding it up, you actually get nearly 200,000 coins worth of packs from this SBC, which is ridiculous. There's not been a better SBC than this, I think, in terms of kind of total rewards, apart from maybe some of the Icon SBCs, obviously, but they cost way more than this. But for the packs you're getting, I like 60k is a lot for an SBC, but you're getting well over twice that in terms of packs back. So I would definitely recommend this, and it's only really going to get cheaper over the next couple of weeks. You could easily see this SBC being about 40k in the coming couple of weeks. So I would definitely recommend, if you don't have too many coins, just waiting. But if you're wondering whether or not to do this because it is quite expensive, just go ahead and do the SBC, because the packs you get are really good. And right now, obviously, we've got ones to watch players, so you've got a good chance of getting some of those in packs too. But I got a free pack from one of those. We actually haven't had a drop down so far, and I've opened a mega pack. I've opened I think a 15k pack. This was the 25k pack, I think. We've got a couple more. We do have that 50k pack coming up, but so far we haven't got anything big. Anything big at all. I think 81 is the highest rated player. So we've got a 45k pack and a 50k pack. If we don't get a drop down out of one of those, something's wrong. But I'm going to just open this 2 players pack. I think we only get one rare player, and it's not been a drop down. Who is it going to be? We get Wilshere. Not too bad. I think you need him in the marquee matchup, so may sell for a bit. Next up though, Prime Gold Players pack. So this is a 45k pack. We get a drop down, there we go. If we didn't get a drop down out of all of these, that would have been pretty disappointing. It's an Argentine left mid. Who's that? That's going to be Gaitan, I think. Not the best of players, not the best, but not the end of the world. He probably goes for a little bit, and we may have more players. A lot of players are going for huge amounts because of this SBC, like Vigal, for example. What is he going for? He's going for like over 1,000 coins, but you could get, for example, just a completely random player. Just keep an eye on who you're getting. If you get like a Bundesliga 2 player, that could be going for like 8k or so. I think I paid something like that for Trash in one of those teams. I think he was like 7 or 8k. I paid the same for someone like Jorginho. I mean, some prices were ridiculous, but here we go, 50k pack. What are we going to get? Come on, EA. Come on, give me something big, or just give me a player who goes for a lot of coins. Even if it's a low rated player, maybe just one needed in an SBC. We get a Spanish striker. It's going to be Iago Aspas, 83 rated. The packs that I got were awful. I'm sure you guys will get much better rewards than me. These have been very, very bad, but still, a Spanish striker in La Liga may go for a bit because of these SBCs. We get Marquinhos too, who I know for sure sells for a fair few coins. So you're looking at about 2.5 to 3k there. Marquinhos has got to go for a good amount. I think Meunier was going for like, yeah, I think Marquinhos is quite a bit. Meunier was 8k, so he was another really expensive one. Rafael's probably going for a bit just because he's a Bundesliga player and Brazilian. Yeah, he's going for a little bit. Just keep an eye on everyone you get. Check their prices. You never know. There could be a random card you get that goes for a load of coins. But my rewards are actually pretty bad there. I think we've lost out on a fair few coins, especially considering I overpaid a lot for this SBC. But if you complete it the cheapest way, you're looking around 60 to 70k as of right now when I'm recording this. And the rewards you get back are very good. You get nearly 200,000 coins worth of packs. I believe you get 6 or 7k in just coin rewards, and you get 50k pack, 45k pack, 35k pack, 25k pack, and 15k pack. So anyway, hope you guys did enjoy. Leave a like if this video did help you out. If you've got any questions, let me know in the comments down below. Maybe if one of these SBCs didn't work for you, I'll try and help you out. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy, and I'll catch you later. Take care.